Hello friends and welcome to the Superscript New Comic Book Minute for the week of August 30th. This is one of those magic 5th Wednesdays of the month, which means it's usually a little bit of a light week, and it's a little bit of a light week, but there's some good stuff this week. We do have some housekeeping first before we get started. If you're local to the area and planning to stop by the shop tomorrow, which is Wednesday when new comics come out, that'll be the 31st. Had to think about what month we were in for a minute. Much like we always finish the new comic minute in under a minute, we're hoping that construction will be finished before we open that day. We've been assured that there's a high probability that you'll be able to enter the store through the front door as normal, but there is a chance, albeit a slim chance, that they will still be replacing the gas main in front of the store when you arrive.
You will be directed to the obstacle course,
which will be around the side of the building.
It's pretty easy.
Yeah, it's a driveway. That's the obstacle course, but you'll have to enter the building through the back. We'll have signage out there if necessary.
So if you see a big hole and
like
some
several people with
door,
like an earth mover,
don't worry.
Go around the back.
We
are open. Yeah. We will be open tomorrow no matter what. It's Wednesday. We are open. And thank you all for supporting us during week 3 of Infrastructure Week here in Lakewood, Ohio. And without any further ado, I think I spent whole 10 seconds of our minute that we always film this video in talking about that. Support the other businesses on the street while you're here too. They're going through the same thing. Let's talk about comics. All right, I am excited for a bunch of stuff this week. Second issue of Ant-Man is out. First issue of Ant-Man was outstanding. This is a really fun Al Ewing book, and Al Ewing can do high drama, but Al Ewing can also do fun, and this is a little bit of both, and I'm really enjoying it. We also have a Gambit number 2 by none other than Chris Claremont, writing the Gambit story. If you like the X-Men, this is catnip for you and me. But yeah, it's really good. I mean, it's he doesn't write as much as he once did, despite being still under exclusive contract with Marvel, and the stuff he does write is still good. You would think he had lost the step, but he had not. Speaking of people who I would have thought might have lost a step but have not, I don't know if anybody's been. Have you been watching the new Game of Thrones?
I've never seen Game of Thrones.
All right, well, Nick has to leave the comic store now.
Not interested in your takes.
I really like Game of Thrones. I know you're not interested, but I enjoyed the first one except for the part where no one enjoyed. Yeah, the ending's terrible, but the original,
but
the books are. I love that stuff. But the new House of the Dragon is pretty good. And I don't have a House of the Dragon comic, but we have George R. R. Martin's Wild Cards issue 2. We still got issue 1 on the shelf as well. If you enjoy the writing of George R. R. Martin as I do, George R. R. Martin's Wild Cards is a really cool book that Marvel is putting out. It is based on George R. R. Martin's Wild Cards. And then we've got a couple more issues to talk about that I'm pretty stoked for. I am always stoked for a new Thunderbolts. I'll give it a try every time, but this time I'm particularly excited because Zub's writing it. And yeah, I kind of fell in love with Thunderbolts when Warren Ellis started writing it back in the Dark Reign days, which was way more predictive of our current, say political state over the last couple of decades than I would have thought for a Marvel comic. But it really, the idea of, take a bunch of high-powered criminals and make them be superheroes for all the wrong reasons has always been pretty interesting. If you like Suicide Squad, this is the Marvel equivalent, I suppose. But it's got a good creative team on it this time, which is exciting. And then we also have Amazing Fantasy 1000. Is this the 1000th issue of Amazing Fantasy?
That's what it says.
That's what it says.
Yeah. That's what it says.
That's impressive.
I mean,
it's been a while since they've released Amazing Fantasy.
Yeah.
One's got to be. Spider-Man is 1,000 issues old.
Yeah.
But yeah, this has a bunch of great Spider-Man stuff in it, with contributions by too many names to count on the back, but just some marquee ones that I really like. Kurt Busiek writing Spider-Man, Neil Gaiman, Ryan Stegman drawing some stuff, Jonathan Hickman, Steve McNiven, Dan Slott, one of the most celebrated of Spider-Man writers in recent memory, But yeah, the list goes on and on and on and on. And then I've got one trade that I'm stoked for this week. Actually, there are a couple, but Nick's got the other one. And this is Batman 89, the sequel to the Batman 89 movie, written by none other than Sam Hamm, which that's a name. But yeah, this was sweet. This is awesome. If you like Batman of any stripe, this is worth reading and looking at. But if you particularly have a soft spot for McDonald's Happy Meal, Batman glass mugs, was it McDonald's? Can't remember. Whoever was giving out, everybody was giving out Batman.
I got some of the trading cards for Batman Returns. That was like we're gonna merchandise this thing.
Yeah, that was we missed it last time around. This time we're gonna make our money. But yeah, it's great. It's great Batman. And with no further ado, we've got a few seconds left for Nick to get through all of the stuff they're excited about this week.
See, we've got Superman War World Apocalypse. Superman War World Apocalypse. This is the epic conclusion of the War World saga. So if you want to see where all this business has led to, this will tell you in this one shot by Philip Kennedy Johnson.
Love Philip Kennedy Johnson. Have loved this run on Superman. Also, anytime Superman gets drawn, it's Frank Frazetta drawing Superman.
He looks really angry there.
Yeah.
So there's that. Then we got a new one from Scout. This is Forever Forward by Zach Kaplan. In this, someone, or a scientist, I believe, stumbles upon some time travel technology, and the group of scientists go forward into the future and then run into their future selves, and they essentially keep going further and further forward to try to somehow come back around to their present day. So that's why it is Forever Forward. So that seems cool. I like Zach Kaplan stuff. So
what else do I know Zach Kaplan from?
Mindset would be a recent one.
Mindset's really good.
Yeah. Other books that I don't remember the names of right now, but Mindset is the recent one. Yeah. Then we got Phantasmagoria, also by Scout. This is under the Black Caravan imprint, so that you know it's scary. This is all in black and white. Looks really good. This is a killer in Victorian London. So if you like that type of setting and you're looking for some good horror with some excellent black and white illustrations by Joe Baccardo, then Phantasmagoria may be for you, and that's the number one there. Then Power Rangers Unlimited, number one by Paul Aller. A lot of the Power Rangers comics have been very good, and I don't know a ton. There are many different Power Rangers shows. I have never kept up with all of them. I don't know a ton about the continuity of the Power Ranger stuff, but a lot of the comics have been good. This one looks cool. Their suits look cool. There's a green alien person, maybe. And so, yeah, I'm looking forward to checking it out. Power Rangers Unlimited.
Dive into Power Rangers?
I just might.
Yeah.
It's got the Death Ranger. That sounds evil. Then, finally here, we've got, let's start here. We got the Harley Quinn, the animated series, first volume in hardcover here, the Eat, Bang, Kill Tour. This series is excellent, so it's got a really nice animated look to it, obviously, like the animated series. And it is Harley and Poison Ivy in love, or I believe it follows after they get married. They are kind of on a road trip honeymoon filled with all kinds of antics, like a Thelma and Louise style journey. So yeah, very fun, lots of good humor, great art. Highly recommend this. It's now in hardcover, so you can catch up, and then just in time, you can pick up this one shot here, the Real Sidekicks of New Gotham Special. So this is nice, big, oversized one shot. Same great art by many people. Who does the art on the? Okay, Max Sarin. But this has all sorts of artists, but it all looks great. So yeah, highly recommend. Pick up this in hardcover. Pick up this one shot. Start reading the Harley Quinn animated series.
It's really good.
You will not be disappointed.
Really
and yeah, then let us know what books you're looking forward to reading this week, and whatever you know, no matter what, we will be open at 1 on Wednesday.
Yeah, and
so fear not.
Thank you all for continuing to support the Star during this period of time when it's been less easy to get here than it perhaps normally is. We do have a bunch of fun stuff on the horizon that we're really excited to talk about for some future events coming up, which hopefully we'll be able to get into next week. So stay tuned on the website. And then maybe later today, check out the Twitch channel or YouTube. We may be doing something a little special while we wait for some of the heavier parts of the construction to this afternoon. All right. Well, thanks, everybody.